Welcome back to part 12 of Tutomania. Tomorrow is the big day, so get ready to have some fun. I'm going to go live on TikTok probably twice tomorrow, and then live on Twitch at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to talk all about Tut. But today, let's talk about how Howard Carter began his excavation season that led to this great discovery. This is Howard Carter, and I'm going to do a whole background on him next week. But he first started working in the Valley of the Kings when he worked as an excavator for George Herbert, the 5th Earl of Carnarvon, in 1914, when Theodore Davies relinquished the permit for the Valley of the Kings. Davis had famously said, "I fear the Valley of the Tombs is now exhausted," which he would, of course, regret. Although Carter found some items in the remnants of the valley, there was a question on whether Lord Carnarvon would sponsor another year of excavations. The political climate was vastly changing between 1919 and 1922, much of which influenced the change of archaeological antiquities and the tourism industry. There was an Egyptian revolution in 1919, and in 1922, the British issued the Unilateral Declaration of Egyptian Independence, which recognized Egypt as an independent sovereign state. But while this gave some Egyptians more power, the United Kingdom still granted themselves reserved powers in some parts of the government. So even though Egypt was technically independent, the United Kingdom was still their puppet master. Luckily, antiquities policy was ceded to the Egyptians, but the director was still a French Egyptologist named Pierre Lacoux, but he did have to answer to the Egyptian Minister of Public Works. Since the end of the First World War, tourism began to pick up in Egypt, with many guests visiting the already excavated tombs in the Valley of the Kings. The only part of the valley that was unexcavated was this area. So that entrance right here is the entrance to KV9, which is the tomb of both Ramses V and VI. Carnarvon actually considered abandoning the valley because this area had really heavy tourist traffic, and supposedly the only thing that remained in this area here were some workers' huts, which for the most part everyone found to be very unimpressive. But on March 18, 1922, Howard Carter was able to convince Lord Carnarvon to fund one more dig season in the Valley of the Kings. They started this season on November 1st, 1922, which was earlier than normal to minimize the disruption from possible tourists. And on November 4th, a young boy made a startling discovery that was going to change the face of Egyptology forever. Come and celebrate with me for the 100th anniversary of the discovery over on my TikTok Live and on my Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I really hope to see you there and bring any questions that you have.